Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So, Transport Fever 2. Today we're going to be taking a look at the recently released update in Transport Fever 2. And some would say that this is perhaps even the last update before, who knows, some suggestion of Transport Fever 3 perhaps. So within this update there's been a number of new features and much needed improvements to the traffic simulation. So in this video we're going to take a quick look at what these updates are and how they impact gameplay. So in this new update, one of the new features is under the mod browser. We now have the mod.io. So this is a new implementation for all our crossplay and console sort of players and community. So they can now download some of these mods within this area and make use of that on console, which again is fairly new. So if we just go back, what we'll do is we'll jump into a game I've already got on the system. So here we are in Fairford, which is one of my fictitious cities in this saved game here. First and foremost, I think in terms of optimization, the recent update has allegedly improved the optimization and performance. So improvement of trees and things like that. I mean, the gameplay in terms of panning around and, you know, the camera, it certainly seems to be somewhat optimized. It was very laggy, and certainly when we zoom out a little bit like that with everything on the screen and the various overlays and vehicles, it was always laggy. So the fact that it seems to be so much more smoother now is always good, both in terms of performance and visually on the eye. So that already seems to be somewhat of an improvement. I think the biggest sort of player currently for this new update is the implementation of the new road construction tools. So, for example, here you now have the overlay on screen, which is almost like you straight up, gives you a visual guide, your 45 degrees angle. And likewise that works both up and down. So again, what you can do, you've also got additional information here in terms of the road length and the angle. So for certain players out there that like to have things all aesthetically pleasing, this is a great tool that will help you do that. Part of the new update as well is that you're able to have a lot more junctions merge from one point. I don't think you'd ever have this, of course, in real life, because I would imagine you'd be forever and a day waiting at the junction. But this new update does give you the ability to create rather complex junctions, should you so wish. And whilst we're on that front, if we go over to our track tool, similar sort of story really. You're able to go with a straight piece of track, and if we just go over here and do a slight bend in that direction, we can also go from the same point now in the opposite direction, and that therefore gives us a triple track split. And again, it really improves what you're able to do with the game. So if we just drag this down on that straight line there, we should also be able to go over there, and again from that point there, rejoin like so over there. I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but I think you get the idea. So in terms of what you're able to do, it certainly does give you lots and lots of options now with your track. So whilst we jump over here, what we also have the ability to do now is a very quick tool in terms of clicking the section of bridge, and you have an instantaneous upgrade tool. So again, if making your city aesthetically pleasing is your thing, this will pretty much give you a rather simple guide in doing so. So moving on to our next item is our snap building for things like our trams, bus stations and truck stations and road depots. So before, if you can remember, you'd have to rotate your building until you got exactly where you need to go. Whereas in now, and I'll just move it to an awkward angle to show you, if you put it next to road, it'll automatically go straight to sort of adjacent with the road. So again, it just saves that extra bit of time in terms of not having to get it perfectly square and straight. So, you know, I know some people, again, like me, aren't necessarily a perfectionist in terms of setting out various square roads and that sort of thing. But again, if that is your thing and you like to make things nice and pretty, then this update will certainly make that so much more easier for you. And of course, this update also includes a number of bug fixes, so that should also be helpful for the player. Now, one thing I did also want to take a look at, and I think what I'll do is I'll try and find the road network I'm looking for. I think it's going to be just over here. This now also gives us the option in terms of, hopefully you'll see here, is I'll slow the footage down. And I think what we'll do is we'll focus on this little car here in the hope that it does what I'm wanting it to do whilst recording. Is the traffic profiles are slightly more intelligent now. So if this vehicle catches up like it has done now with the truck in front, it should overtake with a view of getting past, so it doesn't get congested. So all in all, let me know what your thoughts are on this update. Obviously, it'd be really nice if we got some sort of update to suggest that Transport Fever 3 is in the mix. Who knows? So as ever, if you like this video, please hit the like button, leave a comment in the box, and again, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thanks very much.